Yeah.
That's
good.
See.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
cool.
boyfriend's the same thing. Okay.
Your boyfriend would be so proud of you right now.
Yeah.
Like, look, he's
I
the
know.
diffuser light.
Oh, love this.
I know. Okay. All right. Welcome, you guys, to another episode of Échale Podcast. My name's Jose Quintero, and right now I have the second person who is willing to come up to my room.
Wow.
What's up?
This is a little sus. I was like, you have a studio in your hotel room. I'm pregnant.
We
Don't get any ideas.
We got Becca over here. Becca, ¿cómo estás? How's Chicago treating you?
Chicago's treating me very well. The food is good.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think it's weird that they don't have they don't eat their hot dogs with ketchup.
Really?
Yeah, it's just mustard.
Okay. No, you want to know? Okay, so something that my boss told me and somebody else told me yesterday was like, whatever you do not ask for ketchup in Chicago. They will get pissed.
Yeah, why is that?
I have no. I think it's the culture here. I think they're like super anti-ketchup or something.
Yeah, well, yeah, they have to be. Everything's like mustard, and I'm like, not a mustardy girl.
Either. I'm just like hot dog and ketchup, or like the hot dogs in LA. Those are bomb.
Yes.
So we're both from LA out here in a radio conference, everybody. But I did want to start off by saying that I am not the father of this child because on Instagram I've been getting a lot of DMs.
From the video.
Yes. The video that I shared and tagged you in.
That is hilarious. Okay, we have this video. You put it on your TikTok.
Yeah, no, I put it on my TikTok, but I also put it on my Instagram.
What? Did you collab with me?
Yes, I did. I collabed
How
with you.
do I accept that?
Oh, you know, you have to like accept
Okay,
it.
I'm sorry. I know I'm
She's
30
pregnant.
and I like to think I'm young, but I do have pregnant brain, but I need to reshare that.
Oh, we'll talk about pregnant brain right now because that's really interesting.
Awful.
But no, people have been asking me because we did a video, obviously, and I put like, I love this for our panzas, you know.
Yes.
That was the description, and obviously I was a little bit bigger and I lost weight, and you were fit as well, and now you're pregnant.
Yes.
So
it was like the opposite.
Yeah. So I was like, people were like, congratulations, and I'm like, oh, I am not the father. Please call Murray.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that is. It's called Murray. You are not the father.
Exactly.
But that's such a Latino thing. Like, oh, ya tienes hijo. ¿Cuándo
And
te vas a casar? Or
I
whatever.
know. I would definitely post up my girl before her pregnancy, you know?
Like a relationship out of nowhere, or like a pregnant girl out of nowhere.
I know. And that we were so cool recording a video.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
She is happily taken with her baby daddy.
Thank you.
You know.
I've been, you know what's so funny about that is that, well, it's probably not funny. You guys are probably like, what the hell? But half the time I've known my man, I've been pregnant. So
Really?
we got together. Yeah, it's been, we just had like our 1 year anniversary.
As a couple.
Yes. And I got knocked up like 9 months later.
Damn. Okay. Oh, shit. So you guys were dating a couple of months, and then all of a sudden you were like...
we were dating 9 months later. I got pregnant. And
so 18 months,
now,
half... Wow.
Yes.
You're about to hit your 2
well,
years.
maybe not half, but like we're getting there.
Y'all pandemic relationship. That's what's up.
Definitely. And it was cool because it was like, I don't know. I didn't think that I was going to end up with him because I was not looking for a relationship. I had just gotten out of a 10-year relationship, like maybe like a year and a half before I met him.
Why did that happen?
I don't know. And during the pandemic, I didn't get to have a hot girl summer. So I really wanted that. And he stopped me from having a hot girl summer.
This mother really did that to you.
I ended up having a pregnant girl fall. So.
You're like, fuck. Oh, question. From pregnancy now at 30, are you a lot more comfortable? We had a similar conversation a couple months ago when we talked, and I think you were about 4 months. And now you're 7?
Yes, 7 months. I know.
We're so much closer. I feel like next time we have a conversation, you're going to have the chamaco right here breastfeeding.
Oh, I know. I'm going to
chamaca.
I'm going to just have it latched onto my chichi talking to you. Are you going to be okay with that?
I'm okay, dude.
Okay.
Dude, free the nip. You know, that's
you're like, whatever para los likes, güey.
Exactly, dude. Bust out the chamaco tiene hambre.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, let's see if it latches onto you.
I'll be like, le va a salir. Hell no, ¿quieres darle pelos o qué, güey?
Es que traes, like, you know when you have muscular pecs? Yeah. I mean, it might confuse the kid.
It might.
Oh.
Oye, talk to me about pregnant brain. I have heard the term, but Is it real?
Yes, absolutely. It's like COVID brain.
Really?
You know,
I haven't had
like,
COVID either, so I
oh,
wouldn't know.
wow.
I'm still, as they call it out there in the studies, a unicorn.
You're a COVID virgin.
I'm a COVID version. No me ha llegado.
Wow.
Ha usado guante el COVID.
Ay.
O sea, cubreboca.
No, dude, that's crazy. Yes. Well, it's just when you lose like your train of thought. Like if I ever need to remember something, I have to set a reminder for myself. I have to put alarms. I have to have my boyfriend like send me a text as a reminder, like because se me va la onda a cada rato. Yes.
Damn.
It's pretty bad.
How are you like expecting motherhood to? Obviously, I know it's going to completely change your life, but what is one thing that you are excited for?
I'm super excited just to meet my baby.
I know she doesn't even know the gender.
Nothing. And it's gonna be a surprise until it comes out. But I'm really excited.
You called it earlier. I called it, and she's not like the proper term is they now. You called it.
That's true. Damn. I'm all down. Sorry.
If you're watching this in the future, she is sorry.
Well,
Beautiful.
I'm excited to meet them because I feel like now we're forming a bond. Every time I feel uneasy, my baby starts like fluttering.
Ooh.
So it's really nice because I feel like the baby really gives me peace.
Yeah. One thing that I've always wanted to ask somebody that was pregnant is, I know, right? That was or is pregnant. When do random strangers literally come up to you and be like, "Oh my God, let me touch your stomach"?
Yes, a lot more people will ask before they do it, but you do
because of COVID.
occasionally- I
you
don't think so.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's just more people are like, "Oh, I should probably ask."
Consent, of course.
Yeah, yes. But it is kind of weird, like when people come up and like don't ask and all of a sudden try to rub your belly, and then I'm just like, okay, and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like I should have asked," and I'm like, "It's okay. I mean, if you want a good rub, but if I don't get
If I
good,
want a good rub,
yes, but if I don't get good energy from you, I'm gonna be like,
stay away from you.
I'm good.
Oh my God. What's been the difference between 4 months and now 7 months since last time we talked?
So at 4 months, I was still really sick and I was sleeping all the time. I was taking
Really?
like 3-hour naps a day. Now I feel like I have more energy, but I'm kind of slowly dwindling down as I'm in my 3rd trimester. Sí, porque antes tenía más energía like during my 2nd trimester. So like but it started at month 5. So 5 to 6, I had a lot of energy and it was at night. So I was going
yesterday,
out.
this girl, how long did you stay up till?
Oh my gosh, till 3 a.m. But
3
that's because
a.m.?
my man has no respect and wanted to eat a
Network.
hamburger at 3 a.m. But I wasn't going to say no. I don't say no to food.
Hey, it's hot girl summer right now.
Pregnant girl summer.
Yeah. Dang, so you had a lot more energetic between 4 to 6 months that you were like, yo, le entro a todo.
Yeah, and I loved going down, like dancing, like íbamos a los antros, or not los antros, but like just anywhere that had like good music. And it was perfect because I was always the DD. Like my boyfriend loves to drink cerveza. So anywhere that like there was like, I don't know, some type of mixer or like good music, I would be down to just be the DD.
What are you most scared about your pregnancy, like the delivery?
I'm scared to have a human come out of my vagina. I don't want my vagina to tear.
Oh, are you expecting a normal pregnancy or C-section?
I'm expecting a normal pregnancy, but I'm scared that it's gonna rip all the way to my butthole.
Oh,
You know,
really?
like that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Like, ow, like
My cousin, she had a surgery where they sew it back.
yeah. That's normal. Like
Okay.
if it tears, like they can. She had a surgery.
She had a surgery, you know.
No, sí te pueden, yeah, te
Okay.
pueden coser, but it's also
She said she's a
like,
virgin again.
that's funny. But I don't know. I'm so scared. Like my homegirl just had a baby and she didn't tear,
Oh,
which was like, she was like, yeah, dude, I was pretty surprised I did not tear. So I'm just like, ow, like all of that. I just can't even
epidural or
imagine.
no epidural? Are you?
I don't know. I'm not against it, but I'm not like for it either. Like a lot of people are telling me just get it. Like,
Yeah.
dude, why not? And I'm also like, I don't
like,
know
soy
how
de
my
Jalisco, no me
pregnancy-
rajo.
I know, soy mexicana, güey. But I'm just like, I'm also like, I don't know if I want to do that. I guess I'm just the day of. I feel like I'm gonna know if I want an epidural, and I'm gonna know what I want to name my child.
Any
The
names
day of.
the day of? If you could, all right, I'm gonna just paint a picture. Perfect scenario. Where would you like your water to break?
What the
I know,
hell?
right? It's because I see this on TV all the time,
I
and
know,
I'm
it's
like,
terrifying.
and I'm like, huh? Okay, what if you out dancing and having a good time?
That's true.
What would be the ideal? What would be like the normal Becca? This is where it would break. Oh, yeah.
I hope. Oh my god.
I've
I
already
hope
had
that I
2
would-
drinks in my system, so that's why I'm asking all these random questions.
No. This is great. I hope that I'm at home because then I can have my hospital bag readily available.
Oh.
Because I'm already thinking of like packing it.
Uh-huh.
One of my friends told me like pack it early. So I would hope to have access to my hospital bag like right away. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, that was a baby.
That was a
not
baby?
me, yeah.
That was they. That was
That
they.
was them.
That was them.
But I guess the hospital that I ideally want to go to is by my suegro's house, so even their house too. Like I feel like I would have a lot of support there.
You're like, I'm going to spend the last month at my suegros.
Yeah, I know, for real. Or with my sister.
Oh.
Like if I'm with my sister, I think she'll like help me figure everything out. But as long as like my man's there for sure in whatever situation that I'm in, I would hope,
Uh-huh.
like he would be there because I know that I'm gonna be screaming at somebody.
Now, that is the ideal. So, in Becca's world, in Becca's reality, what is she doing on a normal day-to-day basis that it'll probably happen?
Oh my God. Well, on a normal day to day, we have a production company together, and my boyfriend, he he treats me like his assistant. I am
really?
his assistant.
Okay.
And I tell him, I have to remind him I am pregnant. And he's like, yeah, you're pregnant, but you're still able, So I'm like, I don't carry the heaviest equipment, but I still help him like with camera equipment. I still help him with
This fool said you're still
lights, all of that. So
Hey, tu chamaca va a salir bien chambeador.
for real, I hope they better. What the hell? So I don't know. I'm probably gonna be on set somewhere. And he's gonna be trying to film. I know, for real. He's gonna be trying to film something, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh my god, I didn't go to the hospital!" Like, oh, I'm scared for that.
Oh my
Definitely
God,
scared.
that's definitely, but that would be a funny, memorable. Like,
Oh, yeah.
my
He'd
water
probably-
broke on set.
He'd probably get it on camera. Like, this fool wants a GoPro when I'm delivering, and I'm
Really?
just like, "What the hell? If I'm not waxed, I don't know about that." Like, I do not know. About
That's
that.
interesting because a lot of people, well, you know what? I'm not even going to say it in the Latino community, but I've heard it a lot in the Anglo community where it's like, oh, we record the delivery and the birth and whatnot. But I never thought about the whole, well, when would be an appropriate time to go wax and everything if you are going to
I
record?
don't know.
And
I
have
don't
you
know.
since birth gone?
Wait,
Because
since pregnancy?
since pregnancy, not
Since birth, I'm like, bitch, I haven't given birth yet.
Hold up, I got 2 drinks. I got 2 tequila, and I don't really drink.
Pregnant brain.
Yeah, pregnant brain. No, this is tequila brain. This is tequila brain. But like, do you prepare for it? And is it awkward now that you're pregnant?
I have not. Well,
Well, I mean-
I haven't gone waxed since I've been pregnant. However, my boyfriend does help me groom because I
Oh,
can't
okay.
see it
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
It's really sad. I cannot see.
But these
My
are real.
vagina
Yeah, these are real
anymore.
issues though that I feel like people don't talk about. And I'm so glad that your boyfriend's being so supportive to do that because I feel like not a lot of men and especially machista men in the Latino community won't do that.
Well, it's also like he's down there. He's the one that can see it. So I'm just like, you do.
And it's like, hey, bro, it's your fault.
However you like it. I mean, it is what it
Ponle
is. I can't see
corazoncitos.
any. I know, facts. Give me a fade, fool. Like, real quick, line up. But I just tell him, I'm like, I can't see what you're doing. So he's like, don't. He's always like, don't trip, fam. I got you. And like, you. TMI, but he brings out his cutters, and I'm just. It's
Does he
so
do
funny.
hair?
No, he doesn't do hair. He just has cutters at home for his like own stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if we should be sharing that. But
it's on there already. But okay, so I'm glad he's gonna be the one who does the design if he's gonna record.
The design, I know that. Oh my god!
I feel like your boyfriend would be the type of person to like record all that and be like production, hair stylist by the credits.
Stylist. Oh my god!
Can you be like styled by, and then at the end, like actors playing herself.
Wow, yeah, he'll definitely take all that credit. He works behind the scenes and he loves seeing his name in the credits. So.
That's awesome. No, you know what? I'm so happy. It's been your favorite part about this radio conference?
Learning. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've been learning so much from panels, and I've actually, what's so crazy? I have always been a lover of radio and theater of the mind in general. Yeah. It's been something that I've been doing since I was 18. I'm now 30. And it just infatuates me, right? Like just being able to storytell and like talk to people and make them like really feel what you're going through, right? Personable stories. However, at this panel, and for me recently resigning from like my past position, I think one thing that I was really worried about was like, oh my God, did I do the right thing? And this whole conference has really reassured me that I am on the right path for myself, because I feel like I had to make a really difficult decision for my baby. It wasn't that I wanted to leave. It was almost like I had to. Yeah. For, the best, the best life, the best healthcare for my baby, right? So being able to hear people say on those panels, like, you are not radio, you do radio. Yeah. You still have the power of storytelling because you still have your voice. Yeah. Is so, I think it was something that was like really imperative and stuck with me. And also to not be afraid to leave. Yeah. That really, like when I heard that on several different panels, like don't be afraid to leave, because a lot of the time, so many people in radio, and I can attest to this, is like, you're so afraid to lose your job. Because we're constantly, a PD back in the day told me, always have one bag packed, because you never know when you're going to have to move across the street to the competitor. And it's true.
And we've all been there.
Yes. So being unapologetically myself and realizing like, hey, I did this, like, because of my child and because of where I'm at in my life, it pushed me to have to make difficult decisions, and I think there's so much strength in that. Yeah. And I got to see it not as like an L or something that should make me feel insecure, but more of like, wow, that was really powerful, and I'm sure a lot of people can like attest to like the same type of story. And
I think if you're gonna label it an L, and I have a great friend who shared like, any L, like when you say you take an L, take it as a you learned, take that conviction. So I know last time we talked, you talked about being in your previous show, and now you are obviously focusing on maternity. And afterwards, I know you're going to come back with a vendetta. Like, wherever Becca is, she's going to shine, not only because you are a talented individual, you are an amazing storyteller, you have this personality, but because you're going to have a foundation and a motivating, a drive. Ay, ¿cómo te digo? En español es más fácil. There you go. Pregnant brain, but mine is tequila brain. But you're going to have a driving factor, which is your child. Yes. You're like, I'm now pushing for me, but I got to also maintain this baby.
Yes, but I feel like also, too, a really big lesson that I've learned about myself in this whole process is, excuse me, sorry, baby again.
That's they. They is them. Or them.
Yes. I feel like I didn't value myself as much as I do now. For a really long time, I didn't really care what happened to me. I was doing a lot of things for free. I was doing a lot of things for little to no money, right? And now that I have another mouth to feed, I can't be thinking like, oh, if I die tomorrow, fuck it. You know, like I'm just like, oh my gosh, I gotta stay alive.
Yeah.
Like I gotta, figure out something as simple as health insurance is a struggle that I had or I continue to have because of pregnancy, like our whole healthcare system is like
Fucked up.
Yeah, it's really fucked up in the United States. And it's something that, like, for me, I never realized that I would have so many issues with because it was just me. But now with a baby, it's like, oh my gosh, like we have these resources, but sometimes they're so difficult to attain. And I have to ask questions just to figure out loopholes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, so-
but my biggest thing is I'm valuing myself now, and I'm not okay with everything, because if I'm not okay with something anymore, that means I'm not being the best version I can be for my baby.
Let's talk about the health insurance, because I find that very interesting. They've always said that a baby is very expensive, even to be born.
Yes.
And when you don't have health insurance, that can amass to a huge bill. Are you guys already thinking that, preparing for that?
Well, I think for the bills and all that stuff, yeah, we're definitely preparing, and I'm trying to save any pennies that I possibly can. Right now, I have Medi-Cal insurance, but it's been such a struggle because I've been jumping back and forth from like, I'm now trying to go back to, it's called fee-for-service Medi-Cal, just so I can try to get like Kaiser treatment through there. But I hadn't known about that had I not asked like a million questions. And it was so, I guess, disappointing dealing with this whole healthcare system, because for 6 months I had only gotten one ultrasound. Wow. And it was difficult for me to see a doctor. And I was like, why am I going on my third OB? Like, why am I constantly getting changed from plan to plan to plan without my knowledge? And it was crazy. Like, I would talk to my sister about it, because my sister's really good at like advocating for like health insurance, or like helping lower socioeconomic like families and stuff like that. And she's like, I don't know why it's like so difficult, or why you have to jump through so many different hoops, right? And I'm like, I don't know, me está tocando esta batalla for alguna razón. But we're slowly figuring it out.
But you know what? I think, how do I say it? Since you are in radio and you're going through these struggles, this is just going to allow you to identify with so many of our community members in Los Angeles, porque me imagino que muchas mujeres that they get pregnant who don't have health insurance probably go through the same struggles and don't have somebody like your sister who advocates, who asks the questions, or is like you, que if I don't know the answer, I'm going to find out.
Yeah, or muchas de las mujeres en las clínicas donde yo voy solamente hablan español.
Yeah.
And they don't know what questions to ask. Like the other day I went to a hospital in East LA, and it was for my, thank God, finally was able to get a second ultrasound, right?
Wow.
And I was in that hospital, and mind you, it was like where I had to like sign in was like, it looked like one of those beer pong tables, the little pop-up tables. They barely had a computer. All the staff was Asian, and they could barely speak English, but they were so like kind and helpful. But there was a Central American girl next to me. I think she was Salvi. She was getting contractions. Pero ella no podía comunicarse con las enfermeras. Sí. So they were like, oh, what's wrong, ma'am? Like, whatever. And like trying to speak with her. And then she looks at me and she's like, yo no entiendo nada. And then I was like, pues quieren saber, like, ¿qué te está pasando? And she's like, tengo dolores, creo que ya se viene el niño. And I'm like, oh my God, she's having contractions. Like, you gotta help her. And they're like, oh my God, we need to like get her to a room. But it's those situations that are so humbling. And I'm just like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
You know, and that part makes me sad. And I think that's why I'm like, okay, I'm happy that I resigned when I did, because I knew, like, if I'm not getting like the minimum and like health insurance, then I need to figure something out, you know, that could be a better opportunity for me and my now baby, right? But it was also like, I remember after all that happened, I was like laying down in the bed, like before they were going to do my second ultrasound. And I remember thinking to myself, and I was like tearing up, and I was like, how did I get here? Like, why am I in this situation where like it's difficult for me to even get like the minimum in like healthcare, right? And as soon as I'm like about to like let it all out, like I feel my baby like flutter in my pancita for the first time. And it was like, I had always heard like women say like, oh, you're gonna, or just people in general say, you're gonna feel like butterflies in your stomach. Like that's your baby. Like you're gonna get this like butterfly feeling. And I'm like, I don't feel that. Like I just feel like dolores or cramps or whatever. Like I didn't feel connected like that. And it was in that very moment that I'm like in this bed, like feeling like I wanted to give up and sad, you know, that I felt my baby for the first time. And it felt like reassurance, like this is worth it, you know. But shout out to the East LA Doctors Hospital, because no matter what, you get your guys' staff, like no matter how good the facility is, your guys' staff is so kind, and I fuck with you guys.
That is what's up. But no, it just goes to show the extent of the healthcare system and how much it still needs to grow and be fixed for our community, you know, not just underrepresented community, not just the Latino community, but the African American community, and how much our healthcare system in the U.S. costs.
Yes,
you know?
It's so much money. Oh my gosh.
And the loopholes that you had to go imagine, like your child, you don't deserve this. Nobody deserves this more than anything. But I cannot wait to have another conversation with you. This is the off-season.
Yes.
So there are a lot shorter episodes, but thank you so much for jumping on this podcast. I appreciate you. Let the people know where they can find you so they can go meet your baby, because next time they see you, they might be with a chow in El Chichi.
For real. You guys can catch me at Becca, M as in Mary, Guzman, on Instagram, on all social media platforms. So Becca M. Guzman. And honestly, thank you so much for being so kind. Ever since I met you, you've always been, I don't know, just you've always made me feel safe, and you've embraced me. And I really appreciate that.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you so much. And stay tuned for that baby name.
I know, for real.
All right. Peace out, y'all.